Hey everyone, Towelliee here, going over some Demon Hunter Vengeance tank abilities. This is new information, all obviously data mined. This is all due to the great people over at MMO Champion and also at wowhead.com. Both websites are going, like I've been saying in my previous videos, just completely ham. I mean, they're going hard in a paint for like all this information. So let's get started. I want to focus a lot more on the tank abilities. I know that I was saying, let me try to get through every spec, but with my streaming schedule of, 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day, plus trying to keep myself working out and, girlfriend time, obviously, all that stuff, I really don't have that time to dedicate to, like, every spec. But I will go over, as much as I can, the specs that I want to play myself in the expansion, as well as, without a doubt, the tanking specs. So, right here we have a list of Vengeance abilities. Once again, I did not data mine this myself. This was data mined by MMO Champion. You can also find this on other websites as well. So let's start from the top. First of all, there's not a lot of information on Vengeance tanks right now. It's kind of like bare bones kind of info. So what we do know right off the bat from the first couple of abilities, they're very parry heavy. So we have Brewmasters doing the dodge. We have like druids being super soaky HP armor dudes, and now we have demon hunters going straight up with the parry. So let's go with blade barrier. Raise your blades, increasing your parry chance by 30% for 8 seconds. Very nice. I think I like that ability. It's one of my favorites. It has a 15-second recharge and it has 2 charges on it. I'm assuming that haste is going to lower the recharge timer, just like it does for prop paladins and Shield of the Righteous. So there you go. That's a 30% parry chance. Blade turning. I always say tuning, but it does say turning. Blade turning reduces physical damage taken by 120% of your parry chance. And if you go to the actual tooltip itself, there is no cooldown for it. I'm not sure if this is like a passive or it just says reduces physical damage taken by 120% of your parry chance. So I'm not sure if that's just like static passive or if I have to hit that ability or not. Not sure yet. Demonic wards is new. This is really cool actually. Your tattoos, the ones that you have like on your body in the game, your tattoos reduces magical damage taken by 30%. Also reduces the chance you will be critically hit by 6% and reduces the chance for attacks to be parried by 3%. So once again, more parry, more parry, more parry. And this right here, I believe is just like, looks like it's like your stance. You know how when you're in bear form, you get like, the damage reduction, magical damage reduction. It seems like this is just a regular, like vengeance stance. I have no indication right now that it's an ability that we hit. Not exactly sure. Fell Blade. Carve off a piece of your target's soul, causing 350% of weapon damage as physical damage and spawning a soul fragment nearby. So that's pretty cool. That's a melee attack. Instant. Like it. Fiery Brand. Brand your target with a burning demonic symbol, instantly dealing 200% of your attack power as fire damage or reducing the damage that they do to you by 40% for 10 seconds. 30-yard range. Instant 45-second cooldown. So, is this like a demo shout kind of thing, maybe? Looks like it, but pretty good. Hateful Strike, which is instant. This actually generates Fury, so this is like your builder for your Fury, for your resources. An instant strike that causes 200% of weapon damage, physical damage, and has a chance to spawn a soul fragment nearby, generates 30 to 40 Fury. So, soul fragments are basically, consider it like the spheres for Brewmasters. Like, you spawn those spheres and you step over them and then you get HP back. And I believe if you kill a demon and you step over the fragment, you get like 20% increased damage. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I know for leveling, that's how it worked in my video. Hateful Strike passive. This is a passive for Hateful Strike. Proc trigger spell. Your Hateful Strike has a 101, 101 guys, chance to spawn a soul fragment nearby. Demon Hunter Vengeance spec. So basically every time you hit Hateful Strike, you should be able to go ahead and spawn a soul fragment. Immolation Aura, which I think belonged to Warlocks. I think my chat was telling me. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Chat tells you a lot of things sometimes. Engulf yourself in flames, instantly causing 140% of attack power, fire damage to nearby enemies, and radiating 40% of attack power every second for 5 seconds. Instant 10-second cooldown. So this is kind of like a nice little AoE that you have there. I guess always around you, as long as they're within a certain distance of you. You should be able to just do that AoE. And then there's something called Increased Threat, which is Demon Hunter Vengeance spec. Right there. That just increased threat. I guess they'll change the name later. Mod Threat 900. That's a lot. Infernal Strike. Leap through the air toward a targeted location. So it seems like you get to pick the target, kind of like with Heroic Leap. Slamming down with destructive force to deal that much damage, fire damage, to all enemies within 6 yards. 30-yard range. It's instant. So it seems like it's one of those like Heroic Leap abilities where you can just like leap, land, do damage. It has 2 charges and a 15-second recharge. See, Blizzard's doing a lot with these charges thing lately. Mastery is Glaive Master. Increased parry by 9.60%. That's pretty basic. That's a really basic mastery to have as a Vengeance Demon Hunter tank. So the more mastery you have, the more parry you get. So that's great. So I think right now we're up to, I mean, based on all the abilities we have right now, what do we have? About 42% parry? I think. Metamorphosis. This is like basically your 3-minute like shield wall, in my opinion. So Metamorphosis. Transform to demon form for 10 seconds, increasing current and maximum health by 30% and reducing damage taken by 30%. While in demon form, Hateful Strike always generates a soul fragment. Demon Hunter Vengeance spec, instant 3-minute cooldown. That's pretty cool. Because I know when I was doing the Havoc spec at BlizzCon, it was, I think, 10-minute cooldown for the Metamorphosis for Havoc. So seeing the 3-minute cooldown from Metamorphosis for Vengeance is kind of relieving. Shattered Souls. When you kill a target that grants experience or honor, the target's soul will sometimes be shattered, leaving a soul fragment behind for 20 seconds. The soul fragment will be consumed when you approach it, healing you for 20% of maximum health. If the soul fragment came from a demon, you will deal 20% increased damage. And that's what you were watching me in the video. I was killing the demons, and then they would spawn the little red orb. I would walk over it. It would heal me. If it was a demon, I would do more damage. So now we have Sigils. Sigils remind me a lot of the Brewmaster's statue for taunting, or for a bunch of other things. So let's read them out. Sigil of Inquisition. Place a Sigil of Inquisition at the target location that activates after 3 seconds. So you put it down, then you go 1, 2, 3, and then thing activates, and it does what? All enemies affected by the sigil are pulled to its center and are snared, reducing movement speed by 70% for 6 seconds. That's pretty cool. It's a 60-second cooldown, 30-yard range. So, I mean, I can see where you could use that. Maybe like if you're trying to, you know, maybe AoE tank like a challenge mode, Keystone Dungeon, or Heroic Dungeons, or if you're just pulling trash and raid, trying to get through it quicker, you just kind of put one of those ahead of time while you're currently tanking the current pack and then move to the next. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find tons of ways to use it. Sigil of Persecution. Place a Sigil of Persecution at the target location that activates after 3 seconds. Taunts all enemies affected by the sigil, forcing them to attack you for 8 seconds. 30-yard range. Instant 60-second cooldown. So that one is more like the Brewmaster statue there. Sigil of Silence. Place a Sigil of Silence at the target location that activates after 1, 2, 3, and it silences all enemies affected by the sigil for 4 seconds. So once again, I'm not sure if you could only have one sigil up at a time, or maybe these will all be like part of one talent tree and you have to pick one. Let me see what it says when I hover over it. Yeah, I don't see anything about it. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy if you can. I mean, what I'm thinking is some crazy shit where you put a Sigil of Inquisition near enemies, like let's say hiding behind a pillar in battlegrounds. Then after the Sigil of Inquisition snares into the middle and the movement speed is reduced, then you give them the silence. I don't know. I'm thinking combos, but I think that's gonna be like talents that they're gonna be put on tier 4 or 5 or something. You got to pick one of them. I mean, I would personally go with the kind of like the mass grip to the sigil. I'm anxious to see what the sigil actually looks like, because I see the icon for it, but yeah. So Soul Cleave. A A vicious strike that deals 275% of weapon damage as physical damage to all enemies in front of you and consumes up to 5 nearby soul fragments, healing you for 20% of your maximum health per soul. I definitely see like demon hunters being OP at just clearing trash and rage. You know how sometimes trash just takes so long to clear? You know, heading, you know, and like, especially like, you know, Hellfire Citadel, that first area is just mind-numbing. But yeah, that's a pretty good ability. I like that. And, you know, soul fragments that are nearby. I wonder, let's see, they'll tell you like how far they have to be away from you. No, it doesn't say. Yeah. Throw glaive. Throw a demonic glaive at the target, dealing 50% of weapon damage as physical damage. The glaive can ricochet to 2 additional enemies within 10 yards. Once again, that's like your Avenger shield as a prop paladin. It's pretty simple, just like... and then Torment. Taunts the target to attack you and increases threat you generate against the target for 3 seconds. So those are basically your Vengeance-specific abilities, talents, whatever they may be. Right now, the talent calculator is not actually, I believe, updated for Vengeance. I remember them saying at BlizzCon that they don't have much information at the moment about Demon Hunter Vengeance specs, so this is all we know. A few little things that I see here for normal Demon Hunter abilities. I see, you know, stuff like your double jump, parry. I see something called Blur, 60-second cooldown. It increases your dodge by 50% and allows you to dodge spells and range attacks for 3 seconds. Dealing direct damage to any target refreshes the duration up to a maximum total duration of 10 seconds, 60-second cooldown. So I'm seeing like little abilities here and there that I believe you can use both as Havoc and Vengeance. Not exactly sure yet. Let's see if there's another one I can find. Glide is Glide, Leather Specialization, Parry, Spectral Sight, Vengeful Retreat. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. So let me know what you guys think so far about Vengeance tanking as a Demon Hunter. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest. I'm always honest here, and I'll tell you that I'm a little disappointed at some of these abilities. They don't sound as cool as some of the new abilities that other tanks have right now. So I'm still going to go with Vengeance. I want to see if Demon Hunter Vengeance spec becomes really overpowered like Death Knights were when they first came out. It's definitely something to be determined. And we'll definitely check this shit out because, I mean, I kind of like how Blizzard is doing the whole, you know, have your own identity thing where, you know, the Brewmasters have the dodge. You know, Warriors and Paladins, they have the mitigation and absorption. You know, Druids have the HP and the armor. Demon Hunters would be like the parry tank. Death Knights are fucking Death Knights. Everyone hates Death Knights. I hate Death Knights, whatever. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna play Blood DK. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. It's Towelliee, twitch.tv/Towelliee. We're having a good time on my channel the last couple of days. I mean, beta's right around the corner. I mean, I can't say much about anything because I don't know much about anything. But I do know that hopefully within the next 48 hours, we'll know more about beta. I'm not really expecting too much from the initial beta. I think it's going to be really like just, you know, probably you could play like 2 classes, or you get to do the first zone, or you get the level to 101 and you're done. But I'll try my best, without a doubt, to play the beta, every little centimeter, speck, yard, inch of it for you guys out there, and give you guys, you know, footage from the Twitch side as well as the YouTube side as well. And thank you everyone for the strong support on my Twitch channel and as well on YouTube. We've had about like 2,000 new subscribers on YouTube, and it's been about a good 3 years since that kind of shit has happened. So I do appreciate all the support, and as I always tell, you know, my stream viewers in chat, as long as you guys keep supporting and subbing, I'm going to keep making videos. And I hope that Legion becomes a great expansion for everyone, and I hope we have a good time playing it, and I hope we have good times and we see a lot of good videos coming out of this channel. Definitely going to try my best for you guys to do what I can do. Nah, it's not Monday yet.